Hello friends, Adam here with FED. Today we're going to be looking at the new Emblem Bracelet, Chrom and Robin. We don't really have all the information yet, but they did show off some footage on the Fire Emblem Japanese Twitter, and I wanted to talk about what they gave us here. We get to see 3 different skills or abilities from them. This first one we have here is Ambush, or as it is translated at this point is Ambush, which when attacking from a void granting terrain such as a forest or a fort, you don't receive a counterattack. So it's free damage, essentially. You're not going to get hit on the return, which is really good. Nullifying counterattacks is great for survivability. And obviously you have someone like Yunaka use it because of her personal skill, which gives her plus 15 crit from terrain. So that's really, really good for her. Now, I don't think, based on whatever else we see, I don't think Yunaka or a unit like her is going to be a great fit for Chrom and Robin, or Krobin. But that's a fun little niche use she has there, at the very least. All right, moving on. This one's cool. This is, we get to see one of the engage weapons here. Celine's using it, and I think Celine's a perfect person to showcase this, because it's a magic sword. It's the Levin Sword from your boy, Robin. It's funny, the model looks exactly the same, except recolored. So like the shape of it's exactly the same as the Levin Sword that's already in Engage, but we have it blue now, so woo, blue sword, cool stuff. But regardless, it looks like it's just a magic sword with 1-2 range. Maybe it's more powerful than a regular Levin Sword. Regardless, it'll probably scales off of magic, which means a unit like Celine is going to be popping off with it, or any other magic user. Because as we know, the base Levin Sword in the game is one of the best weapons in the game. Like, for at least until the very end game, even there it's still really good. It has a lot of good uses. So yeah, solid weapon there. And I imagine the other ones you'll get, I imagine you'll get something like, you might get a tome, like an Arc Thunder or a Thoron, because Thoron's kind of a Robin special, especially if you consider the first map of Awakening, or just Super Smash Brothers, which this game definitely takes some things from Smash, from characters like Ike and Roy and things like that. So very pretty obvious pick there for me. And then probably this, like the Exalted Falchion or something like that for the final Engage weapon for them. And finally, we get to see a skill there, Engage like combat art, Super Engage Attack here. We don't know the name yet. I believe it's translated as Arc Thunder Sword or something like that, which Arc Thunder is a magic attack that was in Awakening. Essentially, Robin zaps the sword, and then you get to do a super attack with it. It's very reminiscent of a attack from Chrono Trigger to me. In Chrono Trigger, there were a lot of dual techs, they're called, where one character would infuse another character's weapon with their element, right? So like, I think the earliest one you can get in the game is Luca and Chrono's Fire Sword or Flame Slash or whatever it's called. So it's kind of cool. Don't really see the effect here. If I had to guess, it's going to be an attack that adds your magic or half of your magic to your attack. So it's probably something like an Ignis that you can activate whenever you want, which is obviously good, right? Because Ignis is a nice damage buff. But from what I see on here, this just seems like a ring that's meant for Celine. Because Celine really is kind of like the Robin, or the Robin type character stand-in as far as how a character works. You know, I'm not saying like her character isn't like a strategist or anything, but she is the sword and tome girl that is has good split stats between physical and magical, right? And it would seem that they're kind of leaning into that here, having a split here with Robin and Chrom. If I had to guess, Celine's going to be a solid pick for this Emblem Bracelet. But I guess the same could be said for, you know, maybe Fram or other Chi-Adepts, or even a solid pick for some like Mage Knights. You know, I think Clan as a Mage Knight would be a solid pick for this. But yeah, those are my thoughts. That's what I think about these emblems at this point. I'm excited to see what they actually do in a couple days when they come out. Please leave your thoughts in the comments. What do you think of Chrom and Robin? Do you think they're going to be really good? Do you think they're going to be broken? If anything, I think they're going to be just okay. Which reminds me, I didn't talk about this skill here. I totally glossed over it. I talked about the Levin Sword, but I didn't talk about the skill they show off here, which is, I assume it's called like dual assist or something like that. Probably has some name. But essentially, when engaged, Robin will always do a chain attack. So you engage and Robin joins in with a chain attack for that 10% damage. And if I had to guess, I've saw some people say that's underwhelming. But you know, free 10% damage is really nice. And it showed off on kind of a low HP enemy, but on someone late game like a Berserker that has like 80 HP, that's going to be pretty sick. And considering that most of these emblems have like plus versions of their skills, I wouldn't be surprised if he got like a dual assist or a dual attack plus that made it like 20% of the enemy's HP as damage, or brought it to a 100% chance to hit or something along those lines. Wouldn't be surprised. Anyways, that's everything. Sorry, I totally forgot to talk about that. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments about Robin. Do you think they're going to be great? Do you think they're going to be average? Like where on the ring tier list, where do you think they're going to sit? Curious to hear your thoughts. Anyways, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you next time, friends.